Hey yo, what's good? It's your boy Saul from Duhshowoffz.com. As you know, Duhshowoffz. How y'all doing? How y'all doing out there? Anyway, subscribe to the channel, and I have an update. So whoever subscribes to my app and has an iOS phone, aka Apple, iPhone, whatever y'all want to call it, please go update the app. The app is available in the stores for the new version. I haven't quite learned how to mess with the new version, but it's basically the same. You can still do the videos, the quotes, post pictures, message people, all that stuff. Yeah, but there's some new features there, like the quotes. I mean, like the themes, and there's also post laters. So if you want to throw a picture now and then post it at 9 o'clock at night, you could put the time setting and put the date on whatever day you wanted to post, and it's gonna post it for you. I did the beta version, so I know what I'm talking about, but I also updated it on my iPhone. So those of you know, I have an iPhone, and I also have a Android, because since I have both, I have apps on both Android on Apple. There's two, they run on two different systems, so I have to have both. So if the app is not working on Android, it's still working on Apple for people that use Apple phone. Vice versa. Apple not working, Android's working. So yes. Well, anyway, just want y'all to give y'all an update. So please go. For Android, I'm sorry. For Android, it will be probably next week. It will be for the updation of the Android, and that should be the same version as the Apple. It's just like I said, it's two different versions. I mean, it's the same version, but it's two different systems they're running off. Apple has its own, Google has its own, and that's the way it goes. Just go download it. And for yous who don't have the app, please go download it. Duhshowoffz. Go download it and share the experience. Share the experience of some things that I want to create. Also, if you need any merch, hit me up. As you know, you can hit me up through Instagram, whatever the case may be. Hit me up if you need any merch. Did some networking and over the weekend, and that was a really good show. Network with people. As y'all know, in one of my videos, um I talked about the show and everything, and then I also have a meeting to about the networking, see if I can get a video, not a video, I'm sorry, marketing team together to market my brand, because as you know, I'm here and everything I do is the show off. Duhshowoffz. I stay talking about my brand because I push my brand. You know, I keep on telling you, I'll look to the right, I'll look to the left. The only thing is there is that monkey behind me. You see, there's nobody here. This is it right here, me. And I gotta push my brand. I gotta find ways of keeping going, keep going, and keep going. So yeah. So anyway, let's go back. That's the video. Just this, I was making it for another reason. I just happen to talk about the app, the new version of stuff. So please go download it, go upgrade it, however it is. Just make sure you have your account there, and please post your pictures. Keep it good, keep it simple. Post your pictures, put your videos, put your quotes up, however y'all want to do it. It'll be cool. And yeah, let's go there. Anyway, today I want to talk about mechanics. So I took a car into the mechanic shop today. Let's just talk about this. I went and bought a part for a car to junkyard. There was a mechanic there, and he was like, "Yo, I could put that part in, and it's gonna take me a day or whatever this and cat." And I specifically told him, "Yo, don't give me the car back in one day because it's a hard job. I don't want to keep on coming back to you, because if you're gonna rush it, don't rush it. This and that." So he's like, "Nah, I got you, and all this and that." The mechanics, they want to say a quick buck, which is cool. And I got my own mechanic, but I figured since I bought the transmission there and it's all gonna stay in one place, let me get it fixed there. So it was a transmission. So I took my van to the transmission. Bang. Got it back a couple days later. Drove car good. But it was a default in it. I hit reverse and it had a clanging sound like boom, like if your transmission mount was broken, this and that. So I made an appointment with my mechanic and I took my van to the mechanic and he calls me. He's like, "Oh, what happened?" I said, "No, I think I need a transmission mount because it's hitting that clunk noise. It's doing this and that. I don't know if y'all mechanics out there, y'all will understand what the clunk noise is." So I took it over there and the mechanic, after a while, called me, told me what's wrong with it. Blah, 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 blah. I told him check the brakes, check the brake lines, and this and that. Mind you, because I want to teach my daughter how to drive in it, because she's already 16. Bless my daughter. And I want to teach her how to drive. So we go, and then he tells me it's something wrong with inside the transmission. Transmission working, but it's something wrong inside the transmission that is hitting hard. So I said, all right, so let me go back to the mechanic over there by the junkyard where I bought the transmission from. So I go back over there and I told the dude, "Hey, what's up? Anybody in the office?" He's like, "No, no, there's nobody in the office." I said, "Bro, you remember I brought the van?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah," because I was helping the guy. I said, "Yo, listen to me. Did y'all test the van out before y'all gave it to me?" This was like a week ago for today, and I took the van today. So to me, a straight up answer would have been like, "Yeah, we tested it, and to us, something like that." But he said, "Well," the moment he said, "Well," I said, "Bro, I gotta bring that van back." Cause right there he wasn't giving me a straight answer. So I gotta get that van back. He said, "Well, no, I gotta bring that van because of this. Y'all charged me for a motor mount, y'all charged me for the actual transmission, y'all charged me for the work, and now I'm coming back not even a week." He's like, "All right, yeah, buddy, come bring it back. We're gonna understand. We'll fix it and this and that." Fine. That's perfectly fine. So you just gotta watch these mechanics. Like if you have a mechanic you trust, and this is for everyone, if you have a mechanic you trust and has a legit shop like the mechanic I go to, please stay with them. Whether it's a little expensive, whether it's not, whether you're trying to save a couple dollars, whether or not, stay with a mechanic that you trust. I went somewhere else thinking I was gonna be cool because I'm gonna save some money because my mechanic, professional shop, love them all. They're professional shop, but they are expensive. Maybe it's because mechanics look at you and they look at what you drive and stuff like that and be like, "Oh, he got this, he got that," not understanding that some people ain't got it like that. Of course, I drive nice cars, and then like, so he sees the cars I drive and stuff, like maybe he's like, "Oh, he's gonna bring his van, we're just gonna charge him up and this and that." That's my mechanic. But and then you got these other fool mechanics, these streets mechanics that I shouldn't have went to lesson learned. Please don't. If you got a mechanic, whether it's a street mechanic, whether it's a regular mechanic, if you trust him with your car, he fixes your car, then stick with him. But if not, don't go to these street mechanics. Just to save a couple dollars, don't do it. Because in the long run, you might just spend it all together. If you're gonna do it right once, just do it right the first time. Don't keep on continuing back. Mind you, I told you the story where I said I don't want to come back to you. If you put the transmission on, I want to come back to you. And look, now I gotta go take it. So this is the situation that's going on. I gotta go take this van and see what pocus this mechanic is gonna tell me. Let it be? No, I'm not gonna let it be. Then what else happens? So the mechanic dude, I already told him that I didn't want the van. First of all, it's my fault for even taking it there. I keep on telling you, if y'all trust the mechanic, stick with that mechanic. Don't take it nowhere else. Don't go nowhere else. Just stick with that mechanic. Because if you trust them, sometimes mechanics are expensive. Sometimes we don't have the money for it. But If you're good with your mechanic understanding, you could pay him later. I'm sure you could pay him Friday when you get a paycheck or stuff like that. There's no, because this, my mechanic charged me. Don't think he didn't charge me. Don't think he looked at the van and then he said, all right, here's this and that. No, that nigga charged me. He still charged me for the work that he did. And he didn't do no work. All he did was put it on the lift, check it, drove it, cleaned out the whatever, the throttle body or whatever, this and that, and still charged me. Let me tell you, he still charged me. So that's just the way they are. I mean, the mechanics got to make their money. We got to understand, like, we work to have our things. They also work for have their things too. So I can't fault them. I don't fault them, because if I would have told him I'll pay you later, he would have just said, go ahead, come back. That ain't your school. That's all right. Just give it to me, later on, this and that. I do pay, I pay my debts. That's something that I don't owe nobody no money. People owe me money, of course, But since I drive nice cars, whether it's family, whatever, they be like, he got it. He could wait till later, this and that. People just don't understand. Anyway, back to these mechanics, people. So the mechanic tells me to bring the van back. So now I take the van back, and I'm just rambling here, because that's just, got to put content out. I got to keep going, and I got to keep going for my brand. Oh, it's on this side, opposite side of the camera. I'm on this side, but you probably see the ad, whatever. You know what I mean. This is raw. I don't know how to edit this thing. This is gonna be raw. I'm learning more things in this YouTube stuff, so I'm learning more. But and this is all to promote my brand. I try and promote my brand. That's all I want to do is promote my brand. So the mechanic. So I took the car back to the mechanic. Let's see what he tells me tomorrow, maybe the next day, maybe whatever. But I ain't paying no more money. I already paid out of my pocket. I paid for the transmission. I paid for a new motor mount. I paid for the work to get done. I paid for, I paid for extra stuff that I shouldn't pay for, but I paid for it anyway. I'm not going for it. I'm just not going for it. Just don't switch mechanics. Do not switch mechanics. Don't. Now we're going to switch topic. We already know about the mechanics. Be careful who you trust as a mechanic. If you have a mechanic that you trust and you always go to, stick to that person. Don't change that person and go to somewhere else to get cheaper, because they got it for $100 cheaper, $50 cheaper, $20 cheaper. Just pay for it. And if you could trust your mechanic and you're going to get everything done correctly, just trust your mechanics and stick with it. Stick with your mechanic. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Stick with your mechanic, because you already know that mechanic is going to make that happen. So just stick with that. Now back, as y'all know, I'm trying to push my brand. I keep on stressing Duhshowoffz.com. All one word, except the dot in the com, as you know. But it's all one word. Go download it, subscribe to this channel also, because the more subscribers I get, the more I can push my brand. Yes, my contacts are weak. Yes, my content is not as catchy as everybody. My content is not as catchy as, all them people arguing in social media. Well, that's what people want to hear. So people take the news. They want to hear this news. They want to hear this and that. I ain't got that. I don't have time to sit there, read every news article, look for clippings and stuff like that. And plus, I'm not a genius at this. This is not my 9 to 5. I'm not a genius. If I can quit my job and do this every day, I would do this all day. Maybe I would do it all day, because it's going to bring me revenue. But right now, this doesn't bring me revenue. My brand I'm pushing, I'm spending more than what I'm making. And this is all the hustle. This is all about the hustle. It's all about the hustle. You want something, you got to go get it. You keep trying and trying and trying and trying and trying and trying. And I'm just going to go get it. I'm going to try, whether it takes me 5 years, 10 years, 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, 1 day, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Don't matter. I'm going to keep going, and keep going, and keep going. It's all I can do is keep going. Just move forward. If y'all subscribe to my channel, it'll help me out. That means that if y'all subscribe to my channel, y'all hear me pushing my social media. I will stress the fact. Duhshowoffz. And y'all can tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. I continue to say it. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. It's gonna work out. You know, the more my followers I get here, the more I can push my brand. The more followers I get on my app, the more I'm pushing my brand. The more followers I get a word of mouth by you telling a friend, the more I'm gonna push my brand. I'm just gonna continue pushing my brand. Yes, my merch is a little high, but my merch gets done. You know, I don't go to Foreman Mills. I don't sit home and make my clothes. I don't go to Foreman Mills and make my clothes. I have a manufacturer. I have to pay shipping. I have to pay cost. I have to pay them for making my clothes. So I have to pay all that. So yeah, my clothes are a little expensive. I mean, if y'all can afford $200 sneakers, $130 sneakers for Jordan, this and that, y'all can spend $90 on my merch. You know, I have sweatsuits. I'm sorry. I have sweatsuits, I had track shoes, and I had short sets. Those are the three that I have. Maybe I'll venture out when I get some more money or more subscriber. I'll venture out to women's clothes for gym, you know, with my logo on it. I could venture out and do that. But those are things for the future. I can only go what I have now, and I can move. I can keep on doing with my movement and continue with my movement. Please subscribe to my channel. You know, networking, talk about it. And that's all I'm gonna do is put it in here. Duhshowoffz. Go download on Google Store, Apple Pay, and don't forget that on Apple Store you can update the app. Please update the app, and we go from there. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend.